I have created an image of myself with what I could possibly look like if I achieve the six pack goal. And I look at this photo from time to time to keep myself motivated. So I'm sharing in advance that this is how I might look, hopefully, after 2 more months. But will I get there? Will I not get there? What do you think? Come on, tell me. Hello, friends. So it's been a long time. I think 2 weeks have passed since I made my last video, where I said that next week I will be walking 10,000 steps every day. So I did that. That was the seventh week of this six pack in 4 months journey because I was fasting and I was not having too much of energy to work out in the evening. And that was because I was not taking my morning meal. So it worked out well. I walked 10,000 steps every day in the evening after breaking my fast. And I weighed today, it is 76 kg. I checked my weight after having breakfast. I had idlis after a month. Not the idlis after a month, but breakfast after a month. 4 small homemade idlis were enough, but I went for 2 more. And that's the problem. When we know that we are full, still we eat because we find the food tasty. So I will try to make up for it during the day. So after the 7th week, the 8th week, that is the last week, was not that great from the fitness journey point of view. I took it easy. I went for 10k steps. When I say 10k, it's not 10 kilometers, but 10,000 steps. Only 2 days a week I did that, and the rest of the days I took it easy. I was absolutely not in a mood to go and work out. I was feeling a little bit of tiredness in my body. I thought let us give it a rest. So with this week, with the 8th week, the fast is completed. Today is Ramadan. Happy Ramadan to all of you who are celebrating. So from today onwards until end of May, so I have 2 more months. Weight loss was not my goal, fat loss was, and I have lost some fat. I can say that not only from how I look in the mirror, but also from the fact that my pants are looser. And despite me putting on belt, I think I need to tighten them, in the sense I need to make another hole in my belt to keep my pants fitting tighter. So that's an indication that yes, I have lost fat as well. But that won't be enough for six pack, I understand. So I have 2 months in my hand to get to the goal, and I'm quite excited about it. And what I realize is, when you are following a regimen, whether a spiritual practice or a strict plan, it becomes much easier to adhere to those plans than just going through your day and having a vague goal in front of you. That's what I have learned from my Ramadan fast, because I knew that I cannot eat throughout the day. It was simple to adhere to. There was no question of temptation, in the sense I did not have to struggle to decide whether to eat this or that, or whether to eat at all. There was no question, because it was clear, no food till evening. And within that 4-5 hours window, I definitely could not eat much. After breaking the fast, I used to break the fast using some fruits, dates, and water, and maybe something solid which my wife made for me from time to time. And after that, after 2 hours or something, I would have my dinner. And in that also, I could not eat too much. Obviously, how much can you eat in one meal? And since I was not taking my morning meal, so it was predominantly one meal a day. So I was not looking to restrict myself. I was trying to have as much as possible, but still I think it was around 1000 calories that I was consuming every day for the past 1 month. But I am alive, ain't I? And thriving. I don't think I have lost too much weight. I lost approximately 3.5 kilos. Yesterday it was 75.1 kilogram. Today it is 76, because I have had my breakfast. And why did I go for this 10,000 steps a day goal? Is because I read the book Younger Next Year by Chris Crowley and Henry S. Lodge, MD. So this is not that book. This is the exercise program of that book. And I got this from Amazon because when I read that book, it was very clear like why we need to prioritize exercise in our life, especially when you are 40 plus, 40, 50, 60. And the fourth chapter of that book is extremely motivating for a person like me who has lived quite a sedentary lifestyle in the past decade, and I was fired up after reading that book. Not reading that book, listening to that book, because this book I bought as a companion for exercise, for working out, but I purchased the audiobook of the original book, The Younger Next Year. It came out somewhere in 2007, 2008, and I used to listen to it every day when I went for my walk in the evening. It kept me motivated. There were days where I did not want to go because I was really tired, but I pushed myself for 7 days continuously. I would go for around 50-minute walk or 40 minutes walk. When I went to office, obviously my step count would increase naturally, 4,000 or 5,000 steps by the evening. So I had to walk a little lesser to complete my 10,000 steps. So what I learned from that book is that you need to walk or run 6 days a week, and also you need to incorporate strength training 2 days a week to keep our bones and muscles strong, or to retain our bone density and muscle strength. As we age, we start losing muscle. So I was quite pumped up after reading that book, after listening to that book, and I recommend, if you can, please purchase that book. I will drop a link in the description. So, like I said, I found the book very fascinating, very inspiring, motivating, and it was quite informative. And it pushed me to go for almost 45 minute plus walk every day. And I intend to continue that. It's either running or walking every day, definitely. Then calisthenics, yoga for stretching, and then a workout suggested in this book. So this book has a lot of workouts. So go for it. I would recommend to go for it. And another thing, very interesting thing that I started reading, I had heard about him, but I had not read Dr. Kenneth Cooper. He is the one who had coined the term aerobics in 1970s. I think his first book was in 1968, Aerobics. So I'm reading this his the new aerobics book, and I also have his other books like Start Strong, Finish Strong. It was one of the latest books of his. The new aerobics was written in 1980s around. So, but it's fantastic. I mean, I have just read the first few chapters, and it is quite inspiring and motivating. And I'm beginning to like this walking, running thing more. So far, before my fast, whenever I used to go for run, I used to go for, let's say, 25 to 30 minutes of run. I think these books have inspired me to go for longer runs, and I won't try to give in to my ego, which said that no, you have to run continuously without stopping for 30 minutes. So if I have to run for, let's say, 40-45 minutes, and in between I have to slow down to walking, I think I will do that, because it's not about my vanity, it's about my health and my fitness. So keep reading, and that's why I keep reading, because there are both pros and cons to it. The pro is that yes, you accumulate a lot of information, you remain motivated. It's like in a buffet, motivation is like a dish. You eat one, you like it for the while, and then you move on to the next one, because there are so many dishes. So I know it's a poor example, but the thing is, for me, after reading a book, let's say I read this Younger Next Year, fourth chapter was absolutely motivating. For 1 week, it kept me going. Then logic says that you can listen to it again, and then probably it will push you for another 7 days. But I think in practicality, it doesn't work like that. I would not be so interested to listen to it again, because I have heard it before. I know it before. It's like watching the movie for the first time and for the second time or third time, right? First time, the experience of first time is different, because it's all new. You don't know what is going to happen in the movie. And so in this book, all those information, when they hit my neurons, they were quite exciting. So instead of reading the same thing again and again, I move on to new books, different books. World is full of books, Amazon is full of books, right? And one book leads to another. That's how I have read thousands of books since 2001, when I started reading very intensely, with purpose to change myself, let's say, right? So that's the advantage of reading book. You gain a lot of information and you remain motivated. So what's the disadvantage? Well, I find one strong, huge disadvantage of continuously reading books on a particular topic which I am currently focused on, let's say. So the thing is, I would read a book and I'm following things told by that book, but when I jump to another book and when it says something else, I then tend to jump to that one. So it's like monkey mind. Like you have pub hopping, it's like book hopping. So you try to incorporate something from the new book now, and then from the other book, from the other book. Since I cannot stop reading, I mean it's my hobby. I cannot stop reading, right? So I tend to keep on modifying what I'm doing currently. So that's why it is important to not just read but to make a plan and go after that plan. You can keep updating that plan, tweaking that plan little bit, but not entirely overhauling it frequently, because you will not gain anything. I will not gain anything. So the plan remains running, walking, aerobics mostly, then yoga for stretching and flexibility, and then some strength training. And it is pretty much the deal. The specifics can vary from program to program, but this is a pretty good plan to follow. So that is what I will follow consistently now, because this 1 month of reset was helpful in terms of me accumulating more and more knowledge and on this subject. Because one of the problem with me is that I tend to forget things which I have read few years back, and when I go through my notes, I realize okay, because after reading and assimilating it in my life, I don't have the need to revisit those books. Anyway, so let's see how it goes, and not let's see. I will try to do my best to get to this goal. And I have created an image of myself. I have edited an image of myself with what I could possibly look like if I achieve the six-pack goal. I had to find a body which was similar to mine but much fitter with less um, visceral fat around the gut. And I look at this photo from time to time to keep myself motivated. And here it should be coming up somewhere in the screen, either here or here. So this is not to fool people. So I'm sharing in advance that this is how I might look, hopefully, after 2 more months. But will I get there? Will I not get there? What do you think based on whatever I'm sharing? What does your gut say? Will I reach there? Come on, tell me. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.